Hello, everyone. Once again, welcome back to the You Like That podcast with me. My name is Adam, and I'm one half of the You Like That podcast.
My name's Jack. I am the other half of the You Like That podcast.
I'm never going to get over the wave. I hope that is here to stay for the rest of the
Just
time.
for you, YouTube.
Yeah, if you guys on Spotify, you're missing out on a very, very welcoming wave. Welcome once again to another week, another episode of the pod. We're here back at the cinemas, doing another new movie. Today we're looking at Chaos Walking, the latest Daisy Ridley, Tom Holland sci-fi adventure.
I saw this movie so long ago. It's Sunday night now. I saw it on Wednesday, and I feel like I've lived like 5 lifetimes between there.
I'm feeling the exact same
Whereas
fucking
our
way
last
about
record,
it.
we watched the final episode of WandaVision like
Yeah.
8 minutes before recording.
We got there. So, brand new one today for you. We're going to get into that a little bit later on. We're going to jump into some news, as we always do. Finish off with the questions, as we always love to do, because that's just the method, baby. If you guys are new, make sure you like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. We'll hit you with that one early.
Yeah, we really should start doing that at the start, shouldn't we?
I realise the engagement's very much at the start of the episode. Please like, share, and subscribe. Do that good stuff. Get us noticed, because we're slowly growing, and I can't wait to keep growing. And you get to watch us grow old.
Boy, do ya.
And watching movies like this, it makes you feel really old. But let's jump into some news to kick us off with today's episode. Not that much is happening this week. I'll tell you that much for free.
Yeah, jeez.
But some big news. The Batman has officially finished filming.
I hate news like this, because it's not really news, is it?
It's not, but it's like, it's all I got.
Yeah, right.
It's all I got to hold on to.
We have a release date, so you got to assume that they would finish filming it eventually.
Yeah, but it sort of puts you in that frame of mind going, okay, it's done. We know that now. We know that it's just editing and marketing.
It's
hopefully another trailer.
Yeah, well, there has to be another trailer now that they have more than 20% filmed or whatever it was. So.
Exactly right, and we still can't believe that trailer. 20 minutes of footage. Yeah, Jesus Christ. So yeah, Matt Reeves went out on Twitter and officially confirmed that news. It is done. So now it is going to the editor's hands, and hopefully, when are we getting it next year? At some point, I forget. It'll probably change to 2023. Who knows in this crazy world? But we'll get there eventually. So very excited for that. Bruce Campbell has confirmed Evil Dead Rise begins filming this year.
Yep.
Latest Evil Dead entry.
Yeah, so no Ash. He's retired Ash forever. He's not going to be in it at all. He sort of like did a laugh at the end of the remake, but that wasn't like him as Ash. It was just like, he was a producer. He threw a lot of money at it. He'll just chuck himself at the end. So yeah, it's set in the same universe, but it's not a sequel to the remake, and it's one of those loose pseudo sequels to the original trilogy.
Yeah,
fucking 80 years ago, whenever those movies came out.
Do you have any faith or any hopes for this one?
Of course. So just put the right people behind it. Put someone with a bit of passion behind it.
Yeah.
It's going to be a female protagonist, female-led again, but it's not Mia from the remake. It's a different universe than the remake.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
One of those.
It's a little bit confusing. I kind of wish they just did a sequel to the remake with that director, whatever the fuck his name was, some Spanish dude.
Good guy.
Very, very good movie. But, yeah, I'm kind of alright with it being one and done. And, yeah, anything Evil Dead I'll watch and I'll probably like, so...
We'll put that on the list. It'll be there. Mortal Kombat. More new stuff. Again, we've been introduced to Cabal. Has been shown off in a poster, and also some new footage that has surfaced of some latest TV spots and revamped trailers with a bit of new footage here and there for us. So we finally get to know that Cabal is in the movie. Looks fucking sick. I put up a photo on the Instagram of the poster. Check it out if you haven't, because he looks good. It's the Cabal look. He's got the fucking weird ass swords. He's got the face mask with the red eyes. It looks sick. And among this new footage, we also get our first real look at Cole Young in his sort of Mortal Kombat costumey fighting getup.
Yeah.
Learning a bit more of his character and, where that's placing him in this universe, because as it is, he is the fresh new addition to the Mortal Kombat franchise. Not in the games, nothing like that, completely new. You kind of have to have that to make this movie work, I reckon. And I think he's going to be really good for it. But being able to see a bit more of like Scorpion Sub-Zero fighting still, we hear Scorpion go, "I am Scorpion," but in a much better like Japanesey
I would hope so.
Hiroyuki Sanada
I watched
voice.
it at work without sound, so I'm really going off Adam's word here.
Yeah, I'm losing my mind over this movie. I'm just getting way too excited for it, and I just keep watching these trailers because they just get so much more entertaining every time I watch them.
Well, we get to see what looks like to be one of the worst movies of all time the week before it, so that'll be a nice palate cleanser.
Yeah,
I'm really excited for that.
yeah, because you saw the trailer for that in this movie, didn't you?
Have a look at the release schedule for movies over the next few weeks and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you might not know, but it is in there, and it's going to be one of those fun ones that we already know the outcome for that one.
One of those ones where I just stand on my roof and just throw a $20 note into the wind and just see what happens. Because that's what I might as well
and you're never getting that one back.
We start getting ad revenue. So
yeah, hopefully soon. Please, someone sponsor us. But yeah, no, everything with Mortal Kombat coming out now because we're only 5 weeks away from the movie coming out. So getting these little hints of what's happening in this movie, it's just becoming so much more.
The next 3 weeks of this podcast are going to be extremely good, by the way.
Yeah. So next week we actually we put it out there. We'll be doing a I believe it's a French film, but it's like a psychological horror type movie featuring our boy Brody Jones. Absolute legend of a person. He is so excited. I spoke to him last night on his Twitch, and he was just like a little kid in a candy shop.
If you think we can handle even the most basic technology, just wait till we have to do one over Zoom.
Boy, I think we're just gonna go Discord on it.
Yeah, well,
I think it's just gonna be the easiest.
That's still above my pay grade. Just tell me where to put the microphone and when to speak.
Just leave it there.
That's about all I
just
can
have
handle.
Discord in the back and you'll be fine.
Okay,
We'll get to there.
Thank you.
So we're excited for that one. But then also after that is Godzilla vs. Kong.
It's the big one, baby.
That is the big one for
Bigger
the
than Mortal
year.
Kombat for me personally. I'm more excited about it.
I'm definitely most excited for Godzilla vs. Kong, but Mortal Kombat is a very, very close second.
Yep.
And in terms of Godzilla vs. Kong, we'll end on that news. There has been marketing galore for this movie in the last couple of weeks.
Man, I'm so out of the loop with marketing. You always say this every week, and I'm just like, what?
Well, the issue is I follow a page called Kaiju News Outlet,
Yeah,
they're literally just dedicated to talking about any Godzilla related news. So, because I run the Twitter, for some reason, it's the only one I get notifications for when they post something.
Yeah, right.
So I see it instantly, and I'm like, "Fuck, what is it now?" And it's literally all it has been for the last 2 weeks now has been different posters from different countries showcasing different parts. You know, sometimes it's them fighting, it's them roaring, it's them singular. Many different things showcasing little hints of what this movie's going to be. And then you've also got the leaks that happened in regards to Mechagodzilla. We got their heights were confirmed. So Godzilla's stretching at 120 meters high. Kong's a measly 102. Same measly.
Pussy.
18 meter reach between them.
Mate.
Your boy ain't gonna be, he ain't losing to Kong. Tell you that much.
Yeah, I'm excited for that movie.
But it's gonna be fucking
Let's
baller.
watch that movie when it comes out.
I'm gonna go more than once. It's gonna be one of those ones for me. I haven't done a double movie session in a long time.
Yeah, well, it's the shortest one too, so you
Yeah.
could do that.
Yeah,
You don't have to sit
100%.
there for 7
Yeah,
days.
it won't be too crazy. It won't be too bad to do that one. So yeah, that's it for the news on that one.
Absolutely fuck all happened this week.
Absolute fucking shit
Which is
show.
weird because we've had an extra day as well.
Yeah, I know.
Feels like a long time since I've been here.
Yeah, it feels that way, but you're here again.
I'm here now.
And we're still going with it. So,
I hate it when you say it like that. It sounds so grim.
I love it though. I love when you're here. I love doing this show every week. You guys know that. Shut up. All right, let's jump into the main review for the week. So we saw Chaos Walking. As you said, it's a new sci-fi movie based on a trilogy of books.
Young adult, I believe the category falls into.
Yeah.
A la The Hunger Games and Maze
Yes.
Runner and Divergent,
Movies
Twilight.
that were much better than this one. So let's jump through. So Chaos Walking. This is directed by Doug Liman. This guy, he actually directed Edge of Tomorrow. He directed Jumper. He's got a bit of sci-fi under his belt.
Yeah.
Before he did
He
this.
likes a little effecty movie.
Yeah. So he's got a bit under there. Runtime of 109 minutes. Not terrible.
Yeah, it was pretty. It felt short.
Ooh, excuse me. Big budget, 100 million.
Yeah. Well, look at the two stars when it was filmed 17 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
They were very big stars at the time it was shot. So
Yes.
but also, again, very effecty.
Yeah, a lot of effects, and they weren't the worst looking effects in the world, but very expensive for what it was. Currently only made 7.3 million back in the box, and I don't see it climbing too much higher.
Nah.
I
Surely
think
not.
they have to scrap this and just take the loss, take that L, and just go, yep,
Streaming,
fucking
baby.
lost it there.
Streaming.
Put it on the streams. And now this is the big differential is the Rotten Tomato score for this. So with the critic score, 21%.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Big jump between the audience. Audience score, 75%.
Yeah, right.
Fucking
quite a gap.
people were not on the same wavelength on this.
Quite a gap.
And there was a hefty amount of reviews too. This wasn't like 20 or 30 critics.
Yeah.
Now this was about 1,000 critics and 60, 70,000 odd audience ones.
Yep.
Enough people to make that, difference between them. So starring Daisy Ridley and Tom Holland as the leads, also featuring Mads Mikkelsen and Nick Jonas. For whatever reason, he's also in it. Not much.
Very, very little. Well, he was in Jumanji, so
yeah,
that was around that time. So yeah, he was. People were trying to make him happen.
Yeah, tried.
Right,
and they went,
he's not
can't give him a lot of screen time, can we?
He's not a lead. He can't lead.
No, and even as a support, I guess it was just
he's
more.
He's not interesting enough, and he's not quite good looking enough anymore. Back
Yeah.
when he was like boyish, I guess you could have sold him to young adults.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
now that he's like trying to be a bloke.
Yeah, now it's a whole nother fucking story.
Yeah.
So the notes from this movie, this is where you sort of know this movie was going in the bin. So Lionsgate purchased the rights to adapt the books in 2011.
Yeah.
They then...
Which makes sense when you think about that era.
Yeah, went through a bunch of who they want to direct, who to write, who to star, blah, 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 blah. Scripts take way too long to actually get developed. Things are bought 20 years prior to when they're made.
Yeah, that's what studios do. They
Exactly.
buy everything up and then worry about it
put it
later.
in a box somewhere and go, yeah, we've got it.
And
We've got it.
Yeah, best case scenario for them is they just find a script lying around.
Yeah.
And you can
Some director's hot at the
string
time.
it together, yeah.
And they go, yeah, that'd be perfect for them.
I can't think of one off the top of my head, but I remember speaking on this podcast about some movies that are like that.
Yeah. You'll find it. Go back and find it.
It.
So once they got their writers, the directors, and all that, filming began in August 2017, and then it wrapped in November 2017. So the filming was done 4 years ago.
Very long
3.5
time.
years ago.
It's an extremely long time.
However, due to the very poor test screenings they did, reshoots were ordered. And reshoots are always not a great sign for a movie.
No, you don't want to hear that word at all.
Never. But, however, due to commitment issues from both Daisy Ridley and Tom Holland, being the big stars that they are...
What do you mean? What were they doing at the time?
Geez, so they ordered the reshoots in late 2018 and early 2019. However...
What was happening then?
Tom Holland was busy with Spider-Man. Daisy Ridley was busy with Star Wars.
What? Little art house things. You have to go digging to find them.
They're
Just
not...
indie... there's this movie called Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
That, it came and went.
You kind of got to... You either got to illegally download it,
yeah, it's hard to get.
Or
it's
go
really
to like
hard
the back
to
of the
Not a lot of
kebab
people
shop.
know about it, so we do because we're film buffs. But,
exactly.
But
we just get it.
Yeah.
So the reshoots...
And also, sorry.
Yeah.
Tom Holland fucking aged.
Yeah.
Tom Holland was a very young, small child.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he ages. No, he ages. He's got some age to him. So the reshoots didn't happen until April in 2019. The reshoots also added an additional 15 million to the budget.
Mm-hmm.
So originally it was an 85 million. Reshoots 15 extra million bucks.
Yeah.
To do this 2 years odd later to get it done. So, in saying all of this, let's jump into this movie.
It's not quite the New Mutants, but it had a crack at being the New Mutants.
Yeah. So how did you find this movie?
Well, we like a surprise on this podcast, and I didn't hate this.
Wow.
I actually almost enjoyed it.
Wow.
In fact, yeah, I'm going to say I liked it. I like this movie.
You like that?
I like this movie.
It's been a long time coming.
It's been a long time since I saw this movie, but from what I remember, yeah, I just quite enjoyed my time with it.
Okay.
I just kind of disconnected from reality and kind of just sank into it.
Okay.
And the two big emotional bits were quite effective on me. I don't know, maybe I was in a weird mood, but I don't remember being in a weird mood.
It's sounding a lot like that way right now.
Yeah, there's the first rule of movies is if they introduce a dog, the dog will die, and you will be sad about it. And I was sad about the dead dog in this movie.
Yep, they did that.
Because they show the dog dying, and it's
boy, do they show it.
It's incredibly not pleasant.
The actor doing it, I'm like, oh, I would not want to be him.
Yeah, but I quite like Daisy Ridley and Tom Holland together, on screen.
Fair.
I really feel like they gave a shit.
Yep.
At the time, like I know it's hard to give a shit when you got to come back to your job that you've forgotten about 8 months later, but no, I just felt like everyone who made this movie gave a shit. Some of the visual effects you can take or leave. There's a couple of like weird green screens that back in the day would have been matte paintings and would have looked kind of nice, but they just kind of slapped it on in post here. And they forgot an ending. It feels like there's going to be a big fight at the end, and then there's not. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, we're just going full spoilers, by the way, because watch this.
Don't care about this movie.
Yeah, so,
at all.
Yeah, they do sort of a fade to black, and then there's like a little epilogue. Yeah, so there's like it just feels like that Simpsons joke where it's like scene missing, and then
Yeah. No,
but otherwise,
exactly
overall, I quite like the world it built. If you don't think too hard about it, because the noise that they mention is every single thought you have is you can hear it. But if you think too hard about that, like, you think about every word you're about to say, right? So wouldn't it be like,
I guess.
You think up there. You know what I mean? Like, the whole movie should be in twos. Like,
I get it. Yeah.
Or like, I'm going to take my right foot and lift it and then put it in front of me, and then I'm going to lift my left foot and put it in front of me. And, like, if you think too hard, just like,
Yeah, you're getting me with that right now.
But yeah, the visual effects are nice. It's like they do some cool trickery with it. I just quite like this movie. I didn't hate it. And from the trailers, like we saw that trailer how many every movie we watched for about a year. It was at the
point where you just like, if I have to see that fucking trailer one more time, I swear to God.
And now that I think about that trailer, it is like what you see is what you get. Like the movie is pretty much just that all trailer beat for beat, almost. Just without an ending. I guess the trailer doesn't have an ending, so...
Yes, not much.
It's not false advertising.
Yeah, okay. So, I didn't like this movie. I liked aspects of it. However, the story was very boring for me.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find myself gripping to it. I could see where the movie wanted to go, and I could see what they wanted to do, but the way it played out, and I just felt like there were as you said, scenes missing. Yeah. And then you were left with what should have been something bigger than it wasn't. It was something really small, and you're like, you kind of.
And it's just another escort mission movie. Like we've just seen that with the marksman.
And like the movie, like the ending to the movie is a fucking pathetic excuse for a movie. For me, in my opinion, at least, well,
there isn't one, so...
Exactly.
I agree with you there.
But the movie ends, so I have to call it the ending.
Yeah.
Even though it doesn't end, and I don't even fucking remember how it ends. It just fades to black, doesn't it? Does it just fade to black?
Yeah, it fades to black, and then... So the whole movie is they're escorting her to get off the planet.
Yeah.
And then she finally gets her rescue ship come down, and for some reason, every single person on the ship agreed to just stay there because she had a little crush on Tom Holland. But that was all missing because it was in the fade to black moment. He just wakes up and he's like, "Oh, we're still here. Why are we still here?" And she's like, "Oh."
Oh yeah, and they don't kiss. That's the one thing I did like. They didn't kiss.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
I'm like, good work. You didn't do what everyone thought you'd do.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that.
But yeah, you can tell where the reshoots got in the way because they set up the mind things. You can train your mind things to make stuff happen.
Yeah.
So it's in the trailer. Tom Holland makes a snake attack Jonas.
Yep.
But then he never does that again.
Yeah, and then it's literally only Mads Mikkelsen.
Mads Mikkelsen makes a fence.
Yeah.
Which seems to be quite effective.
Yeah, I feel like at points it seems like he has like a mind control type notion to himself as well. It feels like there's more going on to his character than we ever get shown.
Yeah, because he should be more threatening than he is. Like, you don't
There's
really know why
something to
he's
him.
such a leader and why everyone is so drawn to him.
And also why he's one of the only people who can control his noise where...
And then they're all repeating, like, we are the circle or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like, when he starts doing it.
Yeah.
So that's where, like, any other movie would explain it, but we had to just kind of figure out,
and then
I guess he's...
Because there was that, I felt like there was a point where the preacher was like, I know who you are, or something like that. And I'm like...
I know what you did.
Are we going to find out? And by the end you don't find out. I'm like... But
it's very heavily implied that he killed all the women, I guess, not the aliens. Because you find out that the aliens are just kind of just getting along.
The aliens are
going
just
about
there.
their business, yeah.
I was expecting more fucking aliens in this.
Yeah.
What are they called again? The squiggles? The squiggles?
Fucking stupid.
The speckles?
The
Spuckles. Speckles.
Something like that.
Spaggles.
Spackle?
Spackle.
Spackle. Or is it Spagel? Because I kept thinking of bagels.
I think it's just the way that Tom says it. Sometimes he says Spagel,
like
and sometimes it's Spackle.
Spackle. Yeah, it's something
It's something fucking stupid where you go, that's not a name for an alien.
It's a very elaborately designed alien. And it's set up that there was this great war and the alien wiped out all the females.
Yeah.
And you're kind of like, why? Why did they just go for females?
Yeah.
But then, later on it's revealed that Mads Mikkelsen did it. But...
it was more or less they thought...
It's not why. You don't know why.
Yeah, they try to play it off like women were becoming too self-sustainable and realizing they don't need men as much to do things.
And because they didn't have the noise, they could, like, I guess... get a step up on the men or something.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Oh, I've got a small dick. We can't have this anymore.
Maybe.
Women are gone. Fuck it."
Yeah. So, but then, of course, we don't know or find out. We don't really get that.
No, we get the explanation from the other town's mayor who's like, yo...
Who I really like. She was fucking sick.
For the brief moments she was in it.
Not even much, but...
She was still cool. But you get that brief explanation from her about it, and that the men killed off all the women, and there's more than one township of people on this new world. And
but we find out as Tom Holland finds that out, and I think that's why I liked it a bit, because it's just like, oh, what is happening? And then he finds the other town, and you're like, and then everyone in the other town is just like, oh, that guy, no, he's full of shit.
Yeah, but
he's telling you.
It still just didn't grip me.
Yeah, right.
Like, I still didn't cling to it. And
it's not like a big bombshell moment, but it was quite... Yeah, I just found it interesting enough to be like, yeah.
Yeah, I've just...
I liked it.
I just felt the build-up was... the build-up was there, and it kept building to something, but it just never... Like, it was about to, and then it moved on to something else and forgot about it.
Yeah.
And I'm like...
And not in a climaxy way. Like,
no.
Kinda, scene switch.
Like, you'll get... On. So, like, you get... Mads Mikkelsen is portrayed as the big bad in this movie.
Yeah. Because he's Mads Mikkelsen. He looks like a big bad.
Exactly. Scar on the face and everything. I love Mads Mikkelsen. I would love him to be my
Off the back of this, I started
uncle.
watching Hannibal. And it is extremely good.
Is it? I also need to start watching it.
Yes.
So we'll definitely do that. But he's given off as the big bad because for some reason they find out about Daisy Ridley coming and falling down to Earth or getting into the new world, and they're like, oh, women, bad. Can't have that happening. And then it's a whole chase movie then after that as well. So it's an escort / chase movie where Mads Mikkelsen, for whatever reason, you don't find out. Well, they tell us it's so that her ship can't come down and take over our world.
Like colonize it, yeah.
Yeah. And you're like, but that's what you did.
That's what they did. However long
but
ago,
but the way he's chasing it makes it seem so much more of a threat.
Yeah.
And it's either that he's just trying to protect
Well,
anyone who doesn't know what actually happened.
Yeah, I took it as he really enjoys being in charge, so he doesn't want anyone like coming down and jeopardizing that.
Yeah. But
I don't know how he was planning on doing it, because it's just a couple of blokes on horses with guns.
Yeah.
And that's like this massive like status.
It's a fucking massive shit. You're like, I think
but
no
I don't
matter
think
what,
he knew
you're
that
fucked.
as well. Like, again, I was just making this up as I go because it's not explained at all. But yeah, I just took it as he's so egotistical. Excuse me. That he would do anything to like protect them, thinking he's this god.
And it makes sense when you explain it.
Yeah, but the movie does not. But explain the movie doesn't. I have to stress the movie.
Exactly, the movie doesn't give you that.
Yeah, no.
Like it'd be great if you were in the movie narrating it, telling people what's happening. But you're not. No. You're here on this podcast telling people
but I can do that.
Why it should be like that.
Well, I was going to fucking watch it anyway. Like, the movie anyway.
Maybe you can hit them up and say, yo, can I do commentary?
Yeah, I can do the DVD commentary.
Yeah. Special features.
Because I'm the one person on earth who enjoyed it,
Apparently so. I'm on the critic side. But I'm not shitting on this movie. Like, it's not like...
You have reason to. Like, you're allowed to. Don't let me liking it, like...
Oh, no. Fuck you. I don't give a shit what you say.
That's... It's the point of this podcast.
Yeah, no, but like it's not like this isn't like Mortal Kombat Annihilation or anything. This isn't where I'm shitting off for being bad. This is one of those movies where I'm like, I see the vision, I see what they want to do with this. Yeah, but they just fell off and just couldn't piece those bits together for me.
It's a bit of an Occupation Rainfall, but somehow less ambitious.
Yeah, and I liked Occupation Rainfall a lot more than this.
It was more charming.
Yeah.
This is kind of just a movie that happens.
And I can also see where their budget went opposed to this.
It's so weird because like the two towns are tiny.
Yeah.
And then the Star Destroyer that they find at the end is really tiny because it's either a big green screen whore or that little corridor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And a lot of this movie is just shot in a forest.
Yeah.
So it's not
the wrong turn thing if they had a couple of sections of this forest.
Yeah. You don't have to get onto a sound lot and build stages and shit.
No.
And this is just straight up. You can just find a bunch of cabins in a wood and go, this was just some log cabin retreat that we've hired out for 2 weeks to film, and then the rest is just go in the forest.
Just going to Disney's two biggest stars, pretty much. That's where the money's going.
And then they go, all right, we'll show one alien, so that's CGI for one alien, and then a big ship.
Looks pretty good.
And then I guess the rest went into all the men's noise. I guess.
Yeah,
I'll give it that. The noise looked really cool.
Noise was cool and interesting.
I enjoyed how they portrayed that.
Yeah, and like if he's daydreaming or something, even something like so trivial as him like walking ahead a bit faster or whatever.
Yeah,
like it's like him walking ahead and then it pans back and then it's just him walking normally. Like little stuff like that. I really
because they pan through the difference of it was either you heard what his noise was or you could see what he was thinking in his noise. So I liked the change up between those two scenarios. Yeah. But they also visually still looked good, and I liked how like certain people had like a different tinge of color to the noise as well. Like the Preacher's one, his was just like fire and brimstone, and I was just like, it literally looked like an MCU character or like a New Mutant or something. And I'm like, yeah, okay, Preacher's a crazy dude for whatever fucking reason, and he's on his own hellbent path to catch Daisy Ridley's character, and then kill a fucking dog.
Yeah, he's just a prick. Yeah, you watch a dog get drowned.
He physically drowns his dog. Obviously not real, it's a fucking prop. But he literally is staring at Tom Holland while he's holding his dog under the water. Yeah. And then lets it go and just stares at him.
You get a lot of time with that dog before that happens too. So that really hit me quite hard.
And then the whole thing, he's sitting there at the top of the
just replaying it.
And just thinking of just his
crying.
dog.
Tom Holland's a good crier.
Yeah, because he doesn't bawl.
He's a very effective crier, yeah.
He just knows how to put the tears on and really look sad.
Yeah.
But without doing like the Tobey Maguire.
And this whole movie is like about him trying to be a man and live up to whatever he's sort of building up to be the mayor's second in command.
Yeah, because obviously
his son is Nick Jonas, who's a useless twat.
Yeah, and Mads Mikkelsen is like, good work doing this and that.
More stuff like that, like more world building like that. Like he mentions, he can't read. He was never taught to read. There's no schools.
Yeah,
you just kind of figure it out. He just like gets his kid off. You see Tom Holland butt.
You did see Tom Holland butt.
Bare bottom in this movie.
It's a cute little tush.
From a distance, he's got his little
tush.
Squishy peach.
They couldn't put the whole cheek in there, but you saw like half.
Yeah, but like Guy's locker room is just like he's never seen a woman. Whips his cock out.
Out it fucking comes.
There was one more point about him learning something. I don't know, whatever. Yeah, it's just like all that little world building stuff in such a short movie. They just gloss over it.
Yeah, because it is like...
And there's not even any exposition about it. It's just like you kind of figure it out.
Yeah, because you the whole thing with this is they've come to this new world.
Yes.
Earth is a thing.
Yes.
So obviously people have something's happened at Earth where people are now
Yeah.
moving off to different planets.
Yes.
Because Tom Holland's like, are you from Earth? And she's like, no,
Yeah.
I was born on the ship.
Yeah, and it's established she's been there.
The ship left Earth, she said, what?
64 or something?
64, 65 years ago.
Yeah.
So she was technically born on there, but her parents or her grandparents might have been on Earth or something.
Yeah.
So you don't really learn about why that could happen. You don't need to, but in the same time, in something sci-fi like this, you need to have a little bit of exposition and a bit of being told.
I do kind of like being
this and
dropped, like further along in a story, but like you have to toe the line and do it well enough to explain enough in a clever way, not just a fucking exposition dump.
Yeah,
and this movie doesn't do any of it.
Yeah,
there's no exposition dump, really. They have a couple of little emotional moments, bonding over dead parents or whatever.
Yeah,
because most of these young adult movies do that. I don't know where that comes from.
Love your mum and dad.
Yeah, but yeah, no. On the scale of Hunger Games, Maze Runner, Twilight, all of that stuff, I think this is the best one. It fits
into the category, and I mean, maybe they can
fix it with a sequel. I think it's one of the better ones, at least.
Yeah, they can maybe fix it with a sequel.
Oh, this ain't getting a sequel, son. This will be a Hitman Agent 47. Yeah, they'll release another one in 3 years with none of the actors. Because all the actors have gone on to do much better things.
Yeah, which they already had fucking done anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
But then, so gearing up to the end of the movie and you're expecting the big boss fight.
You're expecting something, yeah.
Yeah, because Mads Mikkelsen is crazed on, getting Daisy Ridley to obviously kill her.
Yep.
Is the main plot here. And you sort of just get a brief shootout.
If that.
Not even. It's just... He just kind of outsmarts him. Tom Holland does to Mads Mikkelsen at least.
Tom Holland gets fucked up there.
Yeah, he goes fucking railed in the shoulder.
He goes through the ringer.
And then Mads Mikkelsen just kind of falls to his death.
Yeah, he just kind of falls into a hole.
Yeah, nonchalantly way. And you go, well, that was
it.
That was threatening. I feel like the alien put up more of a fight.
Yeah. I didn't feel like it was one of those movies. I didn't feel like a big space fight was coming or anything.
No. But you just kind of expected a bit more by the end of it.
When Tom Holland went and faced Mads Mikkelsen, I felt like there was going to be more there.
Yeah.
But like you said, he just gets shot and then Daisy really pushes him into a hole.
Yeah.
That's
Which it seems more like on the realistic scale.
Yeah.
Instead of going, hey, this is more like on par of what can happen opposed to...
Yeah.
Here's
it doesn't matter how powerful you think you are. Like, you still have to face gravity.
Yeah.
Like... Again, it's us creating our own story. But
of course.
Yeah, and he sort of sees the consequences of his actions, I guess, because Tom Holland mind creates all the dead women.
Yeah.
And all the dead women yell at him and say, "Why did you kill us?"
Yeah,
and
he's
then
just sort of like...
the aliens did it.
as if Mads Mikkelsen doesn't know that it's just a projection, and then I guess it's just his guilt and his conscience coming out on it. The standard
Which
fucking
is what
thing.
The preacher kind of alludes to earlier.
Right?
The preacher doesn't respect him and doesn't give a fuck and isn't scared of him. And
does the preacher...
Like you said, just straight up tells him, he's just like, yeah, you're a prick.
I fully just realised, the preacher got set on fire.
Preacher gets set on fire.
Completely
really bad
about
CG
that.
fire.
Yeah.
Awful CG fire.
And just kind of like fades off into the background and you're like, is he dead?
Yeah, because did the fire just get put out, or is that corridor really dark?
Yeah, and you just kind of like fade it out. Yeah, you don't know if he's actually
They ran out of money that day.
That's the sequel, it's the preacher coming back for revenge.
Yeah.
Chaos Walking 2, Preacher's Revenge.
I can see it. I can actually see that happening.
Maybe
how cynical I am about Hollywood.
Maybe a little bit less of a budget on that one.
And that actor was like an unknown actor, so he'd come back. Fuck it.
Yeah, he's just like, I'll take the pay packet, whatever. Whatever works.
Yeah, but I liked it, but I don't really have much more to say about it.
It's not the worst movie in the world. I just think that
it's a bit of a nothing movie.
Yeah, for me, the story was just too boring and it just didn't push itself to where it should have gone. But
yeah, for me, I don't know. We're
it's
just coming
sci-fi.
off the back of like Liam Neeson movies where I'm just desperate to look at my phone the whole time. I don't care.
I did on this.
Absolutely no one on earth is tweeting anything. I'm going to look at Twitter because I would rather do that than listen to The Marksman.
Yeah, at one point
this movie actually sucked me in a little bit, and I think that's just off the strength of, hey, I recognize Tom Holland and I recognize Daisy Ridley. You know?
Yeah.
It's fine. It's a fine movie.
It's fine. It's sci-fi. It's always here or there. It's hit or miss. And as you can tell by the critics and audience, it's a fucking either side of the spectrum.
It kind of works on this podcast too, because you're at about a 20% and I'm at like a
I'd
55,
probably
60.
I'd probably put this more in like the 40s maybe.
Yeah.
It's still tolerable, and I wouldn't call it a shit movie. I just wouldn't watch it again.
Yeah.
But that's just me, and that's just how it rolls. And here we are, done for another week on that one. But yeah, go see it.
Not finished. Don't say it like that.
Yeah, this is what happens when we do unscripted shit. We just fucking let it go. But yeah, no. If you want to go see Chaos Walking, it's in cinemas everywhere. You can see it. Young adult movie works really well for that. So if you want to go see it. Support that shit. Just don't expect anything amazing. If you are of the tweeny variety. All right, guys, that is that. Let's jump into the questions now. As always, the day of recording, we put up a meme. Put up a nice meme today for that one. I'll give you that one. The first one
Thank you.
went a little bit down, but the second one redeemed yourself.
Yeah, I was very tired, and then it just hit me. And
I'll forgive you for it.
You know what?
You did good. You did really good. Facebook and Instagram, hit us wherever you want. Whatever you want to ask us, we don't care. Just fucking let it out. We'll give you the honest answers. All right, so let's jump in. We'll start with Facebook because fucking no one commented on Facebook but Jess. What's your least favorite household chore?
Probably the dishwasher, I think. I think because plates and glasses and stuff start to smell, and like you gotta touch like food and stuff. Like well, I mean that's a good thing that
food.
I don't love that.
We don't use our dishwasher. We used it for the first time last night, and also just because we have friends over for a barbecue. So we're like, I
religiously rely on my dishwasher.
Yeah. Well, when you have more people in your house, it's kind of like it's there. But when it's only 2 people, or 3 now, you just sort of just eat and then. It's very easy for me just to go and done. Put on the rack.
Yeah.
I hate putting out washing.
Yeah, I don't love that.
I'm fine putting.
I don't love getting it back, like getting it off the line into a basket and then taking it to my room and then putting it in my wardrobe.
Well, as you've seen many times here, mine sits in a basket on the floor. Right now, it's all away.
Your way of doing it gives me so much anxiety.
Well, it stays in the basket. Pick it up. There's what I'm wearing. Done. No fucking around.
I hate that.
No, but putting on the washing is fine. But it's just whenever Brooke goes, come on, let's go hang out the washing. I go, I don't want to.
Yeah, and people go like, what? Like, I use doing laundry as an excuse to not do things because I'm very antisocial. Yeah. They're like, oh, what? Like, you just press start and then the washing machine does it. But you only got an hour. And then if you leave it in the washing machine, it starts to smell and gets all fucked up. So like, you want to pull it out as soon as it finishes.
And we do it late at night. So it's sort of like, we'll leave because we'll watch something and then we'll be we got to hang out the washing and it's like 11 o'clock. I'm like, I want to go to bed.
I gave up on the outdoor washing line because our weather... We live in Australia and the weather just fucking sucks ass.
We just got the indoor clothes rack from Kmart.
Yeah, just bought a few of those and fucking they're all over the house.
We just whack it in the garage because we've got the one window where the sun gets through and they're just perfect. Voila. So yeah, fuck putting out the washing.
One question on Facebook and it got like 6 minutes of airplay. Well done, Jess. Congrats.
But a follow up to that one is, what's your favourite chore?
I like cleaning. I feel very satisfied, and it affects my brain after I clean.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, my depression's gone.
Just
like, oh, my lounge is vacuumed.
Yeah,
I can do anything.
Nah, I fucking hate them all, but I do love a good vacuum.
Yeah,
especially on the carpet because it invigorates new life into the carpet.
Yeah, it really does.
And as soon as I go over it with the Dyson, and then I walk on, I'm like, oh, soft.
Yeah, it's just nice.
Clean.
It's just nice. I don't realize how dirty my house gets because I always wear socks. I'm never not wearing socks unless I'm in bed. Good thing. Yeah. So my house is probably filthy and I just don't know.
Is your place tiled?
Floorboarded.
Ooh,
yeah, even worse.
You fucking pick it up on that one. I tell you what, for sure. All right, let's go to the Instagram where the chunk of everything is. We'll start with AJ. Can't believe Jack didn't go to the Bellhaven show in Sydney.
Yeah, well, go to your best friend of 17 years and go, oh, I can't come to your Bucks party because I'm going to go see a band I've seen 6 times. That wouldn't fly.
It won't fly.
It wouldn't fly.
You can't.
I made my choice pretty easily.
Yeah, which is fair. And Bellhaven aren't that great anyway, so...
Right, well, they're I almost said uniform. I wore them. I wore their merch.
It's basically a uniform for you. But he's got some better questions here. So his first real one: who from the MCU do you think will die, or their story will be ended in Phase 4?
This is an extremely good question.
I really like this question.
My answer is Hulk, because they don't know what to do with him.
I can see that.
Now that they've made him Professor Hulk too, it's so much visual effects, man.
Yeah, and you sort of go...
He has to be that for the whole time. He got a lot of screen time in Endgame. And it looks really good. Like, I'm not faulting him at all. Yeah, he was great. But it must be a nightmare to do.
Yeah, because now it's... how do you give him his own movie?
Yeah.
Or do you just have to keep chucking him as side fodder into everyone else's movies?
Is like, and we now know he's pretty much a comedic...
Yeah, he's got
character,
that little bit to him. Because everyone's like, we want Planet Hulk.
Yeah.
We want that movie. But now you're like...
And they did like the tiniest little window of that in Ragnarok, which is how they got him back to Earth. So
yeah, exactly.
They were kind of like, yeah, we don't want to do another Hulk movie.
Yeah, and you sort of don't want
to go...
2
cracks at it.
Yeah, it'll be a hard one.
Yeah.
Maybe they can do something when they introduce She-Hulk into the mix.
Yeah.
That can be possible.
Yeah, you could get moved to TV, I guess.
But the same thing could be, well, then that could just be a She-Hulk movie and he's still just a side piece in that.
And in the first Avengers, he was the strong guy, right?
Yeah.
But now, like, Thor with Stormbreaker and stuff, like, Thor is much more powerful. And then Captain Marvel can just flick a spaceship out of the sky. So they've kind of fucked it.
And Iron Man also made the Hulkbuster outfit
so, like,
to defend against
already,
Hulk.
So
he's kind of useless now.
He's just so out of place, I think.
Yeah, he's now just has to be the smart guy.
He's a great character. I have always loved
and Mark Ruffalo is brilliant.
I love Mark Ruffalo Hulk, but they have nothing to do with him, I don't think.
Yeah.
And I don't think I would be sad if he went away.
Yeah. I'd say Hawkeye can be an easy one to get rid of too.
Yeah, because the series it's going to be Kate Bishop anyway.
Yeah, it's just setting up
her story. Yeah, so.
as it looks like Young Avengers is what's being set up for everything anyway. So
with Florence Pugh coming through in Black Widow as well.
You're gonna get all these old people are gonna die.
Yep.
So Hawkeye can be an easy one because he's just the guy that shoots arrows.
Yeah, and he wasn't in a lot of the movies.
Yeah,
because nobody fucking.
Endgame, he was. I liked him in Endgame because he had the cool Ronin look.
Yeah, and he had the emotional beat saying goodbye to old mate. But,
yeah. But I wanted to see him in more of his Ronin outfit. But hey, beggars can't be choosers, I guess. But they seem like the easy ones that you could get rid of. Hulk, Hawkeye. I mean, the big one you go is Thor.
Yeah,
can be a big one to get
rid
of.
But Natalie Portman is only doing one movie, surely.
Yeah, for how long she sticks with it.
Pie. Like, she's not gonna.
Oh, you never know. It could be now that Disney is with it, and Feige is like really into it. She go, and also having Taika Waititi on it, it could make her go, this is actually pretty fucking sick. Because I mean,
but she was like very against doing it.
I know, but look at the work she's done for this one. Have you seen her arms?
Yeah.
Holy shit. She'll slap you to fucking Ragnarok.
People, I don't know. Getting rid of Chris Hemsworth would be extremely controversial, I reckon.
It'd be a big loss, but
I don't know.
Hey, we've got it with Iron Man and we've got it with Cap.
Extremely good question, AJ. Well done.
Yep. So we'll follow it up now with your second one, which is who, in your opinion, will be the new front runners of the Avengers team?
Yeah, well, it's just like you said, Young Avengers. So I think...
Well, let's say before Young Avengers gets introduced. So let's say moving into Phase 4, before Young Avengers gets fully set up, without having Cap and Iron Man in the picture now, who is going to be leading the new charge of...
We'll just look at who's still alive.
So
Falcon will be leader. Falcon's definitely leader, because he's going to be Captain America.
Yeah, he's supposed to be Cap.
Falcon, Don Cheadle, whatever his name is. Legs, robot legs. What's his name?
War Machine.
I'm also made of metal. Yeah. So him, and they'll have some funny banter, getting a team together.
But they could also, I guess this plays into how Falcon and Winter Soldier is going to play out, because you could always see it as maybe Sam can't handle being in Cap's shoes, want to be. And maybe he passes it to Bucky.
Yeah.
And then Bucky takes over.
Or maybe Wyatt Russell is patriotic. The Patriot, whatever his name is.
I think it's like Agent America or something.
Something like
that.
Is
his name in it, or whatever else.
Maybe he I don't know.
But then I think also look into the new characters that are going to be rolling through.
Yeah.
So we look at Shang-Chi. You can even look at Blade coming through. Maybe even Deadpool.
Yeah. Deadpool's been an Avenger.
I fucking wish.
Blade and Shang-Chi haven't been Avengers.
Yeah, no. Shang-Chi would probably be just one of the ones that joins in.
Yeah.
Maybe even Captain Marvel takes a mantle,
that's
depending
the
how she
outlier,
plays.
That's the outlier because they have to keep writing her out of it.
Yeah.
Because she can do too much. Maybe Monica Rambeau. People liked Monica Rambeau a lot. We can safely assume she'll be big in Captain Marvel 2.
Yeah.
So maybe Captain Marvel will be like, do my job on Earth for me because Earth is a... I don't want to waste my time on Earth. I've got bigger fish to fry. But yeah, and I think the Guardians will just be off doing their own thing.
Yeah, I don't see them really coming back too often.
He's going to just be off to his own thing now.
Well, he'll be doing the stuff with the Guardians and then whatever's happening in Love and Thunder.
Yeah, and then I guess Hulk can just stay on as science
just a
consultant.
smart guy. You know who's taking over? Ant-Man.
Oh, no.
Yeah, give me Paul Rudd. Yeah, give me that sweet, sweet Rudd.
No.
Nah, look, it's literally just going to be a thing of waiting to see how these movies play out and where they sort of push everything, and then you can sort of gauge onto it.
I'm absolutely nowhere near clamoring for another group movie.
Yeah, no, I want a lot more solo stuff.
I want all this solo stuff.
Like, I want more. I want to see more Eternal stuff.
Yeah.
I want to know what's happening with that.
Yeah, that's the next big team. Whatever.
Yeah.
We still don't know what the fuck that is.
No, but I think it's gonna be good. Should be.
That's right.
Yeah.
Don't know.
All right. Let's go with Chelsea. What is the most chaotic thing you've done?
I don't know. What counts as chaotic?
I don't know. But I thought about this before, and I don't know how chaotic this is. It's kind of evil, and it's more or less just mean. And you remember Crazy Bones?
Nope.
It was the game in school. You had the little bones, and they're always different colors, different pictures of weird looking things, and you'd throw them, and you have to try and like, hit each other's one to win the game.
Yeah, right.
So it was a big thing in my primary school. And that there was obviously, as any sort of collecting type thing, there's rarities.
Yep.
So there was like your gel colored ones. There were your silvers, your bronzes, your golds, whatnot else. My dad, being a painter, has gold paint.
Yeah.
So I said, Dad, can you spray paint me a couple of my Crazy Bones? I traded some poor young soul, some actual rare ones, for my painted gold common.
Yeah, right.
He had no idea. He thought, fuck yeah, I just got a gold Crazy Bone. I've gone,
He was absolutely scammed some cunt.
Well, as you do. These kids, they don't know the value of their shit. They just hop on the bandwagon. They go, look what I got. It's like when the whole Pokemon craze hit off again, and all these kids had shining Charizard VMAX cards, and everyone's like, it's a fucking $10,000 card, and you don't have it in a sleeve.
Yeah.
You're getting a smack.
Just putting your grubby little paw prints all over it.
It's a whole thing. If you see them, like, you go to, like, your nephew's, your cousin's birthday or whatever, and you see them, they get a pack of Pokemon cards, and like, what did you get? And they're like, oh, I just got this card. And you know it's something really valuable, and you go, huh, what if I trade you all of these ones for that one?
Yeah.
And they're smart, like, they're dumb, but they're smart. They know that you want it. They don't know why, but then they go, no. And you're like, you're just saying that because I really fucking want it.
Harder.
Yeah, and you can't just take it from them because it's wrong. But if you can learn to swindle, you'll get anything you need.
Yeah, right.
So if that kid out there is listening, I don't know who you were. I hope that gold Crazy Bone served you well until that paint rusted off. Very chaotic.
I genuinely, I'm so sorry. This is probably going to be the first time this has ever happened, but I don't have an answer. I can't think of anything.
You don't really seem like you'd create any sort of chaotic anyway.
Yeah, I don't really do much.
Like, I don't think you'd fuck over too many people in a very chaotic way.
Nah.
I don't see that from you. He's a fucking kind soul. Leave him alone.
Yeah, jeez. I got nothing. I'm so sorry. I'm boring.
It's fine. We move on. Have you ever gotten someone else in trouble for something you did?
No. I had a weird sense of Catholic guilt instilled in me from a very young age. And just do the right thing, try not to lie, own up to your shit. So even in primary school, like, if I'm, whatever happened.
Yeah.
If I accidentally jumped on a seagull and killed it. I would just say, I did that.
Yeah. Having younger siblings is always easy. So
Yeah.
the girls copped some shit that
Oh yeah, of course.
never anything bad. It was more of a who ate these candies from the cupboard when they shouldn't have, and I go, oh, I didn't do it. Must have been the girls, and it was me.
Yeah, I told the story.
Emily Clark, if you're listening, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it
I
was
told
me.
the story last week about my granddad taking me back to the
Yeah.
worst after I stole an egg, so that kind of ruined lying for me for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Good on him, I guess. He did his job.
Yeah, got to work them
Yeah,
well.
I'm not a swindler.
Yeah, no. If you have siblings, you get them in trouble for anything. If you're the older one, that's it. You win. You got it sorted. What did you want to be when you were a kid?
Monster truck driver for
Fuck
quite a while, up until like year 3. And then
You realised there wasn't much of a market for monster truck
and
drivers.
I wanted to be an artist. Like mum was really pushing drawing on me.
Yeah.
I guess I was a good drawer for a bit, but then like anything as a kid, you just get fucking bored of it. And
You find something else, you discover your penis, and you go, this is art.
There was a brief period I wanted to be a stuntman in year 8.
That's fair.
I did a lot of research about it because we had like a careers day. So I looked up how you do it. Bottom line is you have to know someone who's a stuntman, and then you become a stuntman. It turns out it's a very hard industry to get into.
Yeah, we'll think one stuntman does fucking how many actors?
And then ever since then, it's been something to do with writing, some creativity of some sort, doing this, but in print.
Yep.
Print media is fucking dying, so now we have a podcast that we're trying to get off the ground.
Yep.
Just anything pseudo-creative, but also heavily opinionated because I'm very heavily opinionated.
Yeah. So my wishes as a child changed many times, as yours did as well. So at first I wanted to be a vet.
Yep.
My dad came over to Australia and he wanted to be a vet, but unfortunately couldn't afford courses to do that over here or in Romania. So he became a painter, and he still has been doing that for 30 years.
Better money.
But I wanted to be a vet. I'm like, yeah, that'd be cool.
Less dead
And then I
dogs.
was like, don't really care. And then I wanted to be, after watching Dexter, I'm like, I want to be a blood spatter analyst.
Oh, fuck. I didn't know where you were going with that.
You waited to see on that one.
Yeah.
And I was
I
like,
want to be a
oh,
serial killer.
blood spatter analysis, that'd be cool. I'd try to get into that. And then I realized that's a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
And then I went, I'm really into music. Maybe I can be a studio engineer.
Yeah, you told that story recently.
Yeah.
It kind of priced you out of it, didn't it?
Yeah, well, yeah, I saw the pricing and then realised how little jobs there were in sound engineering.
It's quite a competitive market.
Not for me.
No.
And then just sort of gave up on everything and just went, whatever comes.
Whatever pays the bills.
Yeah. There's a job
Have
with
these
money,
little side projects, yeah.
I'll do that. And if one of the many things I've done in my life pay out, sweet.
Yeah.
Until that moment, I just keep rolling. But I think this is my current ambition is this podcast. So hopefully one day.
One day.
We have a long life
Everything
ahead of
takes
us, though.
time.
We have a long life ahead of us. All right, Brooke. What happened last night, Adam? Are we getting old? So I have a story to tell you that happened last night.
Am I going to want to hear this?
Yeah, this is not what me and Brooke did. It's not this.
When I read this question,
like
I was just like, Brooks railroading sex into this fucking podcast.
Not
again.
at all. This is
No offense, Brooke.
This is nosy old people staring out their window at shit that's happening outside in the street.
Okay.
So I was watching Fight Club last night.
Yep.
Getting it prepared for the You Like That Extra.
Yep.
Coming out on Thursday. We hear some commotion outside on the street. And, like, what the fuck? Because I hear car doors slamming and I hear people yelling. And I'm like, I'm nosy as fuck. I need to see what's going on. Open the door straight away.
Yeah.
And I see 2 girls in a car. They're screaming out at some boys that were running down the road, hiding behind some of the cars. I'm like, the fuck's happening out here? Let it be. I'm like, there must be just... I saw the boys had drinks. They must have been drinking, doing whatever. Someone said something. I don't know. I don't know the story to it. Let it be. To then which this car kept coming back up the street multiple times. A car full of young girls.
Yep.
Hanging out the window. Just pulling U's. Skidding off. Doing all the shit stuff where I'm just like, yo, can you just fuck off? It's 11 o'clock at night already. And you're outside my window, basically.
Yeah.
For whatever fucking reason, it's pissing down rain. I have cars parked on the side on my street. And if you're fucking around, I don't want you hitting any of our cars.
Yep.
So we're watching from the top of the bathroom here, trying to figure out that every 10 minutes, this car would just come back. And you know my street, this little part here, they just Yui, and off
Yeah,
they go again.
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
what the fuck? What is happening right now? So we're like, do we just call the cops? So we call the cops.
Yeah.
Because I saw on the side of the car, it was a company car. And I was like,
Interesting. That's bold.
yeah. So I looked up the company. I'm like, whoever owned this place lives up in Albion Park somewhere.
Yeah, yeah.
And I won't say the name of the company for legal reasons. But I was
Disney Studios.
yeah. And I was just like, well, at least I can sort of pass information. You know, the car you're looking for is this car with this name printed all over it. I'm like, obviously, either she's just gone for a joyride in Daddy's car,
yeah,
or whatnot else. And so we called them up, just like, yo, there's these girls. They've been going up and down the street. We don't know why. They just keep coming back and just Ewing, and they've been hanging out outside of the car, no seatbelts. We just want to protect the cars around us, so I don't want to wake up next morning and there's a scratch all the way outside of my car.
Yeah.
It's the last thing I want.
Yep.
It's just dangerous right now.
Yep.
It's the only reason. I don't care if they're having fun, but not when there's a risk where rain can make anything happen and just lose control.
Have fun away from my thing.
So as we're sitting waiting to see if this car comes back again, we see a police van yelling in the street.
Yeah.
We're like, fuck yeah. We're like, oh, someone's already called the cops.
Actually, listen.
It was actually before we called them. We're like, oh, someone's already called the cops then.
Yeah, right.
They had the floodlights on and looking out to see who's fucking doing what. So we still called them anyway. I'm like, yeah, we just saw a police van going across. Don't know if anyone's permitted. We know what car it is. It's this and it has this printed on it, if that helps you guys at all. Yep. They're like, yeah, sweet. Thanks for that. We'll pass on to the guys that are patrolling the area. Sweet. 5 minutes later, we're like, well, we've called them. Everything should be fine. We'll piss off now, go to bed. It's already midnight at this point. The car comes back and it pulls up to the house next door. And they stop. And then the girls are walking in the middle of the road with their flashes on their phone as if they're looking for something on the road. I'm like, the fuck? So we call the cops back up. Yeah, if you want to pass it on, they're parked outside of our house right now.
Yeah.
30 seconds. Highway patrol right up next to them.
Yeah.
And we're like, yes!
Yeah, right.
Yes! Feeling so old. Like, we don't know these guys have done anything wrong whatsoever other than they've been absolute pests outside of our fucking house.
Yeah.
And we're just listening to the conversation. We've got the window wide open, so we're just trying to hear everything.
Course.
And they're just like, we got many reports of yous
Yeah.
repeatedly driving up this road recklessly, hanging out and all this stuff. What's going on? And she's like, oh, no, yeah, just maybe, a couple times than that. And he's just like, whose car is it? He's like, it's my dad's. I've gone fucking called it.
Yep.
Dad's car. He's not going to be happy now, is he?
Nope.
Got the information and all that. And then you can see that they were just like very, very calm at that point, realizing, oh, shit, cops are involved in this point now. Mm-hmm. And then watching them drive off, the slowest I've seen them drive all night.
Yeah.
Going, oh, watching yourself now, aren't yous? Wherever they went, that was the end of it. Me and Brooke went to bed nice and happy. Went, we're 80 years old now.
Wonder what they were doing.
I don't know. At first,
I can't even piece together what they would be doing.
Neither can I.
Like
I don't know.
Manies, but not on a main road.
Yeah. And I'm like, why this road? Like, okay, at one point there was other boys in that looked like they may have known them or something, or they might have pranked someone. I don't know. I didn't see them after this, like, for the next 7 times I drove up the road. So I still couldn't piece it together. I was just over it.
Yeah, right.
Just constantly hearing the car screech around and turn back around and then piss off for 5 minutes. I'm like, I'm over this. Just fuck off. Yeah. So it's not the most interesting story in the world, but it's just what happened.
Yeah, you're attacking Chaos Walking for not having an ending. Fucking hell.
I went to bed happy. It's a
that
good
story went
ending.
for longer than Chaos Walking did.
It really did. So yeah, that's a good story. Shit story.
Yeah,
but
I called the police on I COVID snitched on a party.
Yeah.
Because that's my old man thing, and also because they ordered from my work very late at night.
And it was also at the point where restrictions were a thing.
And I was very over it, so I was just like, fuck these people.
Yeah.
Give them each an $800 fine.
Fucking, you just kind of have to.
And I went to sleep very happily that night.
See, you feel good. Call the cops on people. It's good.
9 times out of 10, the cops do not give a fuck.
Not at all.
They will tell you to just deal with it yourself.
Yeah.
100%.
These guys were all right. They were happy to assist. So
my experience, they've always just been like, yeah, we don't do that.
Yeah, that's Dapto police for you. I want to go to bed.
I really don't give a fuck.
Really don't. All right, let's get to the better questions now. Were you ever afraid of the dark?
Yes, extremely.
Very much the same.
Yep. And then I wasn't for a long time until I saw Hereditary. And Hereditary, that session finished at like 11 at night.
Yeah.
And in my mum's house, there's quite a long hallway with lots of like ambient light coming in. So it's like there's light enough to see shadows.
Yeah. And that's always the worst.
I don't want to walk down this hallway.
Not a fucking chance.
I don't want to walk to my room.
Yeah, I was exactly the same. For a long time, this is even into my late teens, I would have to fall asleep with my TV on. I just put on a timer.
Yeah.
So I knew I could fall asleep. Because if I didn't, I would start hearing noises.
Oh, yeah,
this could just be fucking bugs outside, birds in the trees, whatever. But
I
hear one thing and I'm like,
in the dark,
it's a fucking xenomorph. That's it. I'm fucking done.
In my face.
It's all done. I'm over. But the same aspect when I was a kid, we had the same thing, a long hallway. My bedroom was at the very end of that hallway, to which my bed was facing the door. So as soon as you look down that hallway and there's like 4 other doors on the side of it, I'm waiting for something to like do the whole like creepy hand around the door, hold onto the frame, and I'm like...
It's big on TikTok at the moment, that. People faking that.
Really weird. Some of them look alright, but then other times it's like...
I spend 43 hours a week on TikTok. I need that to be known.
That's completely fine.
Yeah.
There's some great people on TikTok.
It's a real problem.
It doesn't matter. But yeah, fuck the dark. I'm a bit better with it now. Now it's sort of like... Now Brooke has to fall asleep with the TV on. And I'm like, I can go to sleep without it now.
Yeah.
Pretty fine. Like, I have no qualms. I'll still sleep with it on because I like to hear things as I fall asleep.
Yeah.
But yeah, not as bad anymore for it. All right, favorite breakfast food.
I eat Weet-Bix because I have to. Like, you have to eat breakfast,
bro. Just the way you just said that, I eat Weet-Bix.
Yeah. Well, how exciting can I make Weet-Bix? You know,
we'll just go. A couple Weet-Bix.
Yeah, no, I guess I just eat to not die.
I don't eat breakfast.
That's fucked. I used to do that, but now that I've started eating breakfast, I'm like,
if
I get to 9:30 without food, like I just perish.
My body is so fucked the way it is. I can go without it, but I think I've more come to a more or less like a morning fast type thing. So I just don't eat until lunchtime. And I think if I probably did eat in the morning, I'd probably be more fat than what I am.
Bro, I would not make it to lunchtime.
Yeah. I don't know how I can do it.
Yeah.
Like, I'll get to work and I might have like an iced coffee or a Red Bull or something.
I eat dinner pretty early, so I think like the time between me eating dinner and me eating breakfast is quite large.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I wake up so hungry.
Maybe. But
people's bodies are different, isn't it?
But the weekend I'll have breakfast because the main reason I don't have breakfast through the week is because I like my sleep as much as I can.
Yeah.
And if I have to wake up early to eat, I lose time to sleep. And I'd rather sleep.
Yeah, that's fair.
So it's a working balance type thing. But on the weekend, I'll love to have breakfast. And it's either French toast with bacon is huge. Yep. But I'm also a sucker for just breakfast burgers.
Yeah. Well, so that's time, isn't it? That takes a lot of time.
Well,
pouring some milk onto some Weet-Bix takes maybe 4 seconds.
Well, that's why I go somewhere and get someone else to make it for me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Just go to a fucking cafe. But
if I could pay someone to pour milk onto my Weet-Bix, I would.
Fucking A. What's your favourite kind of weather?
This. Fucking freezing cold, ice rain, gloomy,
so
dark.
Cool. As you can see, we're wearing long sleeves today for YouTube people. Oh my
God.
Spotify people wear long sleeved up and it feels good.
Yesterday morning, I was lying on a beach with the sun absolutely blaring. It was about 30.
Fucking sucks, hey.
It was about 32, and I was just like, this ain't me. And it was beautiful. It was picturesque. It was serene. In the water, I was like, this is really relaxing and nice. But then this morning when I woke up and it was shitting it down with freezing cold rain, I was just like,
this is living.
I just love beanies, multiple layers.
Being rugged up is so comfortable.
Yeah.
It's so much more comfortable. Fuck summer. Fuck the heat.
Get rid of the heat forever.
Fuck the beach. I don't give a shit. No. Give me the cold any day.
Any day.
Yeah, just rainy weather is the best because it adds something.
So calming.
Yeah, it's just pristine. So I guess I can also answer favorite season in the year.
Yes.
Winter.
Oh,
it has to
Definitely
be winter. The peak point of the coldest temperatures.
Yep.
Oh my God, sleeping is never fucking any better than that. All right, Jacob, do you have an awesome failed date story?
I have one, but it's not funny. If you know me in real life, ask me and I'll I've probably already told you, but yeah.
Yeah.
I've been on like 3 dates in my entire life.
Yeah.
And the only one that would be a story isn't funny, so I'm not going to tell it.
Which is fair. Some of them
you know what the story. Yeah, you know what the story is. So
yeah.
I'm not telling
yeah, and I don't really have any because I never, went on many dates, and even if I did, it's still none of them failed in any sort of way. Because back then it was just come over, watch a movie, and snuggle.
Yeah. And if I didn't finger you, it's a fail. Pretty much. Like, really, let's be honest.
I never did back then. I was a very good boy.
Fuck off. Are you kidding me?
You know
Mate,
what?
The opening credits hadn't even started and I was giving it a crack.
You want to know what age I lost my virginity?
Let me guess. How old are you now?
26.
26. How long have you been with Brooke?
6 years almost.
Okay. I'm going to say you lost it at 17 and a half.
You're fucking spot on, cunt.
Really?
You're fucking
Let's
spot
go.
on.
I genuinely didn't know that.
Let's go, champ.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I was 17 and a half.
Yeah, that's extremely normal.
I was never very sexualized from an early age. I masturbated a lot, but
That's probably why you went sexualized.
Yeah, and my whole thing was I just loved snuggling women, and I always wondered why I kept getting boners around it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I just can't hold hands with a girl without cracking a boner. And then I realized, I need to have sex.
It's affection erections.
Yeah. And then after I had sex, I'm like, I don't get boners from holding hands anymore.
Yeah.
I guess that fixed it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, there you go. The more you know about your boys from the You Like That podcast.
Yeah. Great.
So
I can sleep easier tonight.
Oh, fucking
Fuck,
hell.
this podcast is weird.
I know. So, with the weird thing, let's end with...
Speaking of weird.
let's end with Alyssa.
Here she is.
I was waiting for her to come through with the goods, and I didn't see until I got home, and I was like, fuck, of course she does it now.
She got very self-conscious on, like, Thursday, and she was like, I asked too many questions, and, like, I'm getting a reputation now.
Alyssa,
like,
you're that person.
she was like,
you can't escape that.
I think I'll take a week off, and I was like, please don't. Like,
we need you.
We need some fuck
We
shit.
need the content. Fucking please. So let's.
She's the unofficial third member of the podcast.
Pretty
now,
much,
just because of questions like we're about to ask. I mean, answer right now.
We'll start with the easy one first. So, favorite villain of all time.
Favorite villain of all time. Fuck, I should have read that one first. I really, really like. God, every question on this podcast goes back to this movie. I really like Doc Ock, Alfred Molina as Doc Ock. I just think he was so scary, but like because Alfred Molina is so charming.
Yeah.
Like, and he was so cool, like, just like straight away, like when this situation happens to him, he's just like, yeah, fuck yeah, I can do all this. Like, just makes it such a part of himself. So, probably Alfred Molina as Doc Ock, I would say.
Yeah, I wish I fucking thought about this too.
God, there's so many good villains.
There's really a lot. Hey, oh my god. This fucking sucks.
Yeah, sick.
I feel like I'm falling into your one where I just can't answer it.
Yeah.
I feel like I just cop out and say so many fucking stupid ones, but I don't want to. Like I could say, we could say Heath Ledger's Joker.
Yeah, that's a very valid answer.
It's very, very
incredible performance, movie, character.
Just based on performance, it's really fucking good. As as many iterations of them as there are, his is definitely the standout.
Yeah,
for them
absolutely.
All. So I'll cop out and I'll say Heath Ledger's Joker.
Very valid answer.
Because it's just the first thing that came to me.
At least it's a different movie.
Yeah, we spoke about it before. If
you're going to ask a question, my answer is Spider-Man 2, okay? Put it out there.
Pretty much. All right, the next one. If you got to fuck Brad Pitt, would you choose Fight Club Pitt or Once Upon a Time in Hollywood Pitt?
Oh, Daddy Pitt. Now Pitt. Yeah, Once Upon a Time. Yeah.
He's very well...
rugged, long-haired Daddy Pitt.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't like the crackhead look in Fight Club.
He looks like a meth head.
Like, he's got the body, okay, but...
And he does, yeah. There's a couple of shirtless scenes where it's just like, fucking hell, he's so oiled up and it's just doesn't even look real.
But Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, he's got, he's the full, him. Like a dad look.
Wine shirt.
Yeah.
Sipping his Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Yeah.
Terrible, shockingly bad movie, but he's good in it.
Bar the last 10 minutes, because I like the last 10 minutes of that movie.
Fuck that movie.
And just for the one meme of Leo pointing at the TV. I love that so much. Use it everywhere. All right, let's get to fucking
Her Alyssa question.
Let's get to the Alyssa question, the real Alyssa question. Would you rather have a foot for one hand or vaginas on both your knees?
So does that mean I only have one hand, but it's a foot, or does that mean I still have another hand free? We should have clarified.
No, I think it's so you have one hand and then one foot as your other hand.
Okay. That doesn't seem that bad, I guess. I broke my hand and I went 6 weeks without my dominant hand.
Yeah.
And I learnt quite a few things in that time. Like relearning how to wipe your ass, relearning how to dry yourself off after a shower is quite confronting because you just feel like such a fucking idiot. And I think even with a foot, I would have more grip than I had when I had my broken hand. So
here's the question for that one. Do you wear a shoe on your foot hand? Or does it go bareback like your hand is?
Because then you're drawing attention to it. How often do you look at people's hands? I guess if they had a fuck off foot there. Like mine. I've got a size 13 foot.
That was on your hand.
Yeah.
People are fucking looking at you.
Yeah.
So do you cover that shit
up? If you got two vaginas on your knees, people are fucking looking at you.
Yeah,
because you can't wear jeans because there'll be a clitoral situation.
But it could feel fucking
and
good.
The denim. No, it'd be too much. From all of my experience with a clitoral.
Is it a proper vaginal cavity? Like, or can you enter it?
I assume so.
Or is it sort of just like a 1 inch entrance and then that's it? It's just flat off there.
Let's say
that'd be the
let's say they're full on vaginas.
So you can full get up in there, you can, like both fingers up in.
You could have like a fivesome.
Just think about it. Both knees, both hands. To yourself.
Yeah. Oh, the wanking would be insane.
You got to put the wanking into perspective because you got to think. Same thing with.
You got to think about day to day life. Like, how often do you stub your knee on a bench at work?
Not often.
Oh, I stub my. I have no depth.
I don't know how small your benches are, but
I walk into shit all the time. But like the side of a bench, like you just.
But that could almost be like an orgasm though, because what if your knees are into pain? Could you do the old knee slapper?
Nobody likes. Yeah, okay. Nah, I think I would still go the foot for hands.
Who knew would be fucking torn over a question like this?
That's the beauty of Alyssa's questions. Like, they're fucked, but they really do, like, get some conversation.
Yeah, they gets the people going.
I guess I would go the foot for a hand because, I don't know, you just have to quickly explain it. You just go, I was on a podcast and a friend asked a question.
Yeah, no, I think I'd still go I'd go the foot for a hand.
Yeah, because the knees, like, and clitoris, I'm really stuck on the clitoris, I'm sorry. Vaginas, you have to keep real clean for a vagina. Like, and then you got two of those. Would they get their period? I assume so, if they're functioning, if they're ovulating.
Yeah, I'm going with the foot for the hand.
Because, keep them clean.
Too complicated. Vaginas, man.
And think of the stigma in real life of, like, if you don't wear shorts, like...
Think of the OnlyFans, though.
Oh, fuck yeah, you'd make a killing, hey? Yeah, but nah, I still feel like you can't walk around with... A woman can't walk around with her vagina out. Yeah. So a man with two vaginas on his knees, you would still be like, cover that up. My kids are around. Like,
this question could go for fucking ages of talking about this. We need to cut it off here now. It's becoming too much for us. Foot for a hand. That's what we're going with. All right, guys, that's question time done. That is the episode done. We somehow stretched this to a fucking long-ass episode, which is always fine with us. So, guys, thank you very much for sticking around and listening to the You Like That podcast.
Thanks for your questions.
Thank you for the questions. Keep doing that. As always, You Like That Extra out on Thursdays. This week's episode is Fight Club. A lot of voting for that one, which we'll get into when we record that episode. Monday, there'll be a new variety of choice for your next episode of You Like That Extra. Get involved with that. Vote for what you want. We always make sure it's something that a lot of people have seen. Like, share, subscribe wherever you are. Send us a screenshot of you listening/watching us. We always repost you. We love seeing that shit. And then until we see you again, my name is Adam, and I've been one half of the You Like That podcast.
My name's Jack. I've been... Normally I try and do a stupid fucking joke. That's how I just got... I got a burp stuck in my chest. It's not even a joke, it's the funniest thing I've ever done. My name's Jack, I'm the other half of the podcast, and I had the burp, and the burp got stuck in my chest, and then I got the giggles.
Alright, we'll see you next week, guys.
Good lord. Fuck this podcast.